start streaming. Okay. Hello, subscribers, patrons, family, fans, followers, supporters, and generally anybody who happens to stumble across my videos. This is Johnston Blackhorse, the one and only, coming at you live once again with another How to Art video. Hooray! Yay! I missed the scheduled time yesterday because I was struggling with the commission. I really suck at doing cityscapes. It seems so simple, but it's just so intricate and detailed, and I'm just not up with doing intricate, detailed things of that nature. but I was trying. Like I got better at it, but I made myself some Photoshop brushes, and it made it made it a lot easier. But I had already spent enough time on it to where I was like, you know what? I gotta practice this some other time and just get this commission done. So I just composited an image and just tweaking it and everything, and just want to start working on the characters because I wanted to get the background done before working on the characters. But enough time had passed. It was like, you know what? I gotta work on this skill set later. So yeah, the background's almost done. It's looking pretty neat. It's looking pretty, and gonna start working on the characters and just jump on the next one. But yeah, but today was just oh man, it was a pretty busy day. Even though I didn't even do all that much, I had to leave pretty early to go get a replacement social security card because I had lost mine like a while ago, and I just been putting it off until recently when I just need my social security card in order to apply to um, start renting other apartments and stuff. So I just had to jump on that really quick, and it was kind of like there were like several other things I had to deal with throughout the day. So it was like it's been a pretty long day. I've been biking here and there since this morning, but figured I ought to get this how to art done. There's Ruri Hashino. She's beeping beep beep. And she's saying, "My bad, duder." Like, no, you don't have to feel too bad. Like, I thought I could tackle doing a cityscape, but I was a little overconfident in my abilities because the only time I've really worked on cityscapes was in Illustrator, and I thought I could just whip it out in Photoshop. And in Illustrator, it's just such a technical program that I think it would have taken too much time to do it in there, and the new brushes I made did make it easier, but I had already spent enough time on the background already. I just want to just keep the commissions going, and I'll find time later to work on my cityscapes. Yeah, but just wasn't the image in my head just wasn't quite there. I'm gonna have to work on that. Anyway, it's been a pretty busy day. Sakura Kinomoto is there. Saying, "Did I hear? Did I hear Sonics?" Yes, you did. Nowadays, I'm utilizing how to art videos to work through my suggestion slash request list that is on my Patreon Discord server. And since I've been doing that, like the list has started extending a bit more. For a while, it's been pretty stagnant. But now that people are aware that I'm utilizing the suggestion slash request list on my Patreon Discord server to do how to art videos, like people have been starting to add on more to it. So it's going to take me a while to get through this list. So I've been thinking that since I don't have any current completed sketchbooks, these are the sketchbooks that I'm still working through. Shoot, where's, oh, there's a small one, and there's another small one in my backpack, but I don't want to fish it out right now. So these are incomplete sketchbooks that I'm still working through. Until they're complete, you know, once they're complete, that's when I'll start doing sketchbook tours again. So now that sketchbook tours are kind of like on the back shelf until more sketchbooks are complete, I figure, like, you know what, maybe I should fill in that time with more how to art videos in order to whittle down this suggestion slash request list on my Patreon Discord server. Rui Hoshino says, I'm watching you while trucking. Yeah, Rui Hoshino is trucking, a trucking princess or queen, just playing her trucking simulator, just cruising cross country. And I got to join her on one of her little ventures, or like on her tours, and it was pretty cool. Like got around some pretty wooded areas that reminded me of home, and she even got I think she got pretty close to like going to the reservation where I was at, or where I grew up, and it was pretty cool. Like it made me feel somewhat nostalgic, but it was nice. Oh, she's saying we went to Mexico. Yeah, we went. We were in. Wait, did we go to Mexico? I thought we were um in the northwestern states. Um, uh, I think I went. We were in Mexico one time, but I think we were trucking through. Oh shoot, I can't remember where it was at. She's saying went to La Paz. That's when I joined her on the stream. Yeah, I guess that was it. I remember Mexico was one of them, but I think there was a trip before that. We were in the States somewhere. Or I might be misremembering. But anyway, for this How to Art, the next request or suggestion that was on my Patreon Discord server was this little cutie, Cream the Rabbit. And the request or suggestion was to have her crying. So she's gonna be sad. She's gonna be sad in this How to Art. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of keep this, drop the opacity, keep this character in mind whilst I doodle some poses. Oh, my opacity's down. I like to keep my opacity like right around 50, and that eraser is huge. Wow. Oh wait, gotta adjust my other screen. Okay, there we go. So yeah, today was a pretty busy day. I was biking. Shoot, I don't know how many miles I biked. Man, it's got to be well over 20 miles, because usually the distance I bike to and from some of these areas is around 17 on average, but I was biking all over the place. And I swear I lost like friggin' 5 pounds of water weight in one day. So usually when I draw Cream, I like to draw her head first, because it's kind of like the one of the major parts of her body is just like this bulbous head, which is commonplace for Sonic characters. And from there, like, I'll draw start drawing or sketching their torso. And when I sketch their torsos, they're somewhat bean shaped sometimes, and I'll divide that into like kind of like a third ish, or like the major part of the torso, like up here on the chest, like it's kind of like a takes up two pieces, and then the pelvis or the hips will be on the third portion of that. So Cream crying. Whoop. My race is too big. My spoon is too big. My spoon is too big. Here's me just throwing in generalized guidelines to map out the face, throwing in rough sketches for the muzzle placement and the eye placement. And since she's going to be crying, just going to be having her hands up to her eyes. I don't know what she's going to be crying about. Maybe some spilt milk, spilt cream, spilt ice cream, perhaps? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll put her in a different pose. Like, I feel like I've been drawing like a lot of characters just on their knees or in some sort of sitting position. So maybe this time around I'll draw Cream standing. And it's like I gotta mention, like, it's such a weird name. Like, even though like those of us who are fans of the Sonic characters and the Sonic games, like Cream the Rabbit, like we all recognize who Cream the Rabbit is, but then just talking about it in general, in like a generalized audience who might not be aware, like kind of imagine like people like asking like who's creaming all these rabbits? It sounds terrible. Like, why would you cream a rabbit? And who's creaming them? Well, I guess that would be me. I'm creaming these rabbits. Oh man, that sounds awful. Blackhorse is such a weirdo. Yeah, I know. Get off my back. I acknowledge and accept this label, and I'll own it. So we have this pose, Cream just standing there, crying about something, maybe sketching that dropped ice cream cone. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, now I want to cry. I don't think it's ever happened to me. Just me getting an ice cream cone, being all happy about it, and then next minute just dropping it on the ground. Just freaking, just that moment wasted. Oh, defeat. It's like ultimate defeat. Mojurican King has entered the room. Says LOL. Now I want ice cream. Well, I've already had my fix today. Sakura Kinomoto says Cream thinking about her fan base. Oh, is that why she's crying? She's thinking about her fan base. and just how many of them are pervs? Oh, oh no, especially me, because I'm just looting cream all the time. Chimchucks has entered the room. He says, Cream crying that Sonic Forces being disappointing or not being in the new Sonic racing game. Yeah, that's a reason to cry. Just not including Cream in the new Sonic racing game. That's just sad, and it's sad to know that the Sonic the Sonic team was retiring her, and don't know. Well, like I've heard why. Just like I think hearing something about how she's not as like a used character all that much. She's not used all that much as a gaming character. Something along those lines. I might be like misremembering that too. Okay, we have that rough pose. Gonna do like an epic like pose just for like silliness's sake. And yeah, this one's gonna be on the knees because it's that devastating. Her grief is that immense, where she has to drop to her knees and wail in defeat. Head tilted skywards. Arms and hands outstretched with fingers clenching at nothing but ultimate remorse. Hmm. Screaming to the heavens. No! Or like the Darth Vader Darth Vader meme. No! Jimmy Chucks says it's Team Sonic Racing. Oh, Majorican King says there's a new Sonic Racing. Jimmy Chuck says it's Team Sonic Racing. Rui Hashina says, or she saw what live action Sonic looked like. Oh no. Oh yeah. That's the cause behind this. Uh, Tiger Festivals has entered the room. Says, "Wait, Cream isn't going to be in Team Sonic Racing." Chimchuk says, "Live action Sonic somehow managed to look a lot less worse than I thought." He's still the the face not shrouded in shadows doesn't look as creepy, but it still looks pretty off. But remembering how his muscular, toned, realistic body looked, just it was just kind of weird. Even though like I've drawn him in that sense, but to market it that way toward like in a movie is just kind of geez, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if they tweak it a little more. Tiger Festival says the live action design is still terrible though. Yes. Tiger Festival also says I don't know why they couldn't keep it more like the original. I think in a way they're trying, but I hope they tone down his body a little more to the point where it's more like the Sonic that we remember. And the shoes too. I had issue with the shoes. The shoes looked were weird. Maria Shino says we call that the last chicken in the shop look. Sakura Kinomoto says need live action Cream. Oh, that'd be cute. Okay, gonna kind of go with a little more extreme angle on this sketch. Kind of like looking down at Cream as she's being a little sad. Just kind of keep it pretty rough. And she's rubbing a tear from one of her eyes. As she's standing there, gonna do like a knees together, but heels apart pose. Whew, excuse me. Oh, man. Pardonnez-moi. Tiger Festival says Detective Pikachu Basic is just classic Pikachu with more realistic fur. They could have done something like that. I agree. They could have done something more like that. Majorcan King says, I wonder if they'll have other characters in it. You know, I didn't think about that. Besides Robotnik, obviously. Will they even have Robotnik? For some reason, I just instantly thought of Arnold Schwarzenegger as Robotnik. Damn that accursed Sonic. I need to gather all the Chaos Emeralds. Get all the Chaos Emeralds together so I can take over the world. But before I can do that, I'm going to clone Sonic into another hedgehog and call him Knuckles. And Knuckles, I'm going to program him to do my bidding. Yeah, yeah, because I am Dr. Robotnik. And I'm going to turn all the fuzzy animals of the forest into mechanized versions of themselves. Yeah. Ah. Alex has entered the room. He says Jim Carrey as Robotnik. Uh, who would play a decent Robotnik? I don't know. Would it be a a live action Robotnik played by an actor? If Robotnik is in the movie, is he in the movie? I wouldn't know. Chimichuk says much closer to the original. Tiger Festival says, for some reason, Arnold makes me think about Kindergarten Cop, and I imagined Eggman as a school teacher. I am the Eggman. That's what I am. I am the Eggman. I got the master plan. I am the Eggman. That's what I am. I am the Eggman. I got the master plan. Oh man, like friggin' Sonic Adventures 2 had such a kick-ass soundtrack that I would just pop the game into my GameCube and just I wouldn't even play the game. I would just play the soundtrack in the background as I did random stuff. Tiger Festival says Robotnik is in the movie. I'm pretty sure they confirmed who will play him. Jim Carrey, I think. Oh. Man, I wonder how he's gonna play him. Oh, geez. I just imagine Jim Carrey doing like his regular wacky character shtick. Majorcan King says, I feel like they'd use a live actor for the egg. I'm concerned that there hasn't been more released about the movie yet. I thought the Jim Carrey thing was a joke. Oh no. Well, I'm hoping Jim Carrey takes a more original approach. Because I like some of his characters, just Ace Ventura and stuff like that. But it just seems so. Some of his other stuff just kind of feels slightly cut and paste, even though there are some variations to some of the characters that he plays. But I enjoy him doing like some of his more serious roles too. But seeing as how this is like an imaginary like cartoonish type character, I'm wondering if he's just going to fall into the same type of cartoonish type acting that he's done in the past, like Ace Ventura or The Mask, or maybe a little bit of Dumb and Dumber. I hope he doesn't go that route, because Eggman's supposed to be some sort of like evil mad scientist type. Tiger Festival says, I don't know exactly. I thought he was the actor, though. Rui Hoshino says, couldn't they have at least gotten Jim Cummings to do it? Sonic, Saddam, Robotnik? Jim Cummings. I'm going to have to look that up real quick. The name sounds familiar. I can't put a face to the name. Oh, he's like the voice actor. Or he's a voice actor. Did he voice Robotnik? Clicking on IMDb right now. Hmm. IMDb is being slow. I don't know. It's like IMDb has been acting up every now and then for me. There it goes. Jim Cummings, known for Christopher Robin, The Princess and the Frog, Winnie the Pooh, and Aladdin. Oh wow, he's done a lot of voices. He was Fuzzy Lumpkins in the Powerpuff Girls. Oh wow, he's got a very extensive like voice acting list. It'd be hard to find out if he was Robotnik, but I'm just gonna assume that he was. Right, Rui Hashino? Tiger Festival says, isn't he Winnie the Pooh? I didn't look. Someone's gonna have to check that out for me. I'm surprised Iso McIntosh isn't here because this was his suggestion. Oh shoot, he's idle. He must be away right now. He's gonna be so disappointed. Uh, Rishima says yes. Guess Jim Cummings is Winnie the Pooh. You know a character. Rui Hashimi also says or asks, "You know a character I want to see return? The red guy from Cow and Chicken." Oh, that was Jim Cummings as well. Like I assume since you brought him up. Majorcan King says Chris Thorndike, or he's asking Chris Thorndike. Chimichuck says, I miss Jason Griffith. Will always be my favorite Sonic voice actor. Oh, Rui Ashino says red guy was Charlie Adler, who voiced the red guy from Cow and Chicken. Oh, that's right. Of course, that's not Jim Cummings. I remember seeing the voice actor for the red guy. Actually, he voiced all of them, didn't he? He voiced the red guy and Cow and Chicken. Whew. Okay, I got 3 poses here. Which pose should I go with? I would draw a 4th, but I don't want to carry on too long. So we'll pick a pose and start fleshing it out. So lay it on me, people. Which one? We'll call this one 1, this one pose 2, this one pose 3. So 1, 2, or 3. And in the meantime, I shall BRB. BRB. I'll let you guys decide. And I'm back. My brother has just entered the room. Dylan Lansing says 2. Well, wait, hold on. Tiger Festival says 2 or 3. My little brother says 2. Alex says 2. Dylan again says 2, dog. You can't vote twice. Even if you are my brother. Ah, man. Just saying that, I feel like I should just give that to you. 2 or 2. ah. Ah. Well, we've had 3 2s in a row. Oh, Majorcan King must have stepped away. Like, the numbers are for you to vote which pose to go with. Pose 1, pose 2, or pose 3. Which one should I start fleshing out and completing? You can cast your vote. Sakura Kinomoto says 3. Don't kill me. Majorcan King says 2. We've had Tiger Festivals torn between 2 and 3. My little brother says 2. Alex says 2. So that's 2 solid for 2. And my brother keeps voting for 2. 2 for 2. Sakura Kinomoto says 3, so that's 1 for 3. Majorcan King has voted for 2, so that's 3 for pose 2. So I guess we'll just go ahead and go with 2 then. And that was just gonna be that was just a joke throwaway pose. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and select pose 2 since that's what the people have voted for. Ruri Hashina says, sorry, I'm chasing down bastard XKEs. What are we voting on? We're voting on which pose to go with. Right now, we have 3 votes for 2 and 1 vote for pose 3. That's what the numbers are about. No one voted for pose 1. I guess it's because it's such a simple, stagnant pose. Pose 2 and 3 are the most dynamic ones, so that's what people are voting. And my little brother is just telling you to just vote 2. Rui Yoshino says, then mine's superfluous, so I assume you're voting for 2. Is that it? Is that why it's superfluous? Chimichuk says hard picks. 2 for meme purposes. All right, okay. Everyone's voting for 2, I guess. I'm sorry, Sakura Kinomoto. I like 3 too, pretty much because pose 2 was just a throwaway pose that I just sketched there as a gag. I didn't think I'd actually go with it. But isn't that just the way? Oh, shit. Don't tell me I froze. What's going on? Oh man. Locked up for a little bit there. So we're going with this pose. People agree, like 3 is cute, but 2 is just, we got to go with 2. All right. So I'm going to make a new layer and take this sketch layer and drop the opacity. And I'm going to start fleshing this sketch out a little more. And this was such a rough sketch because this was just a throwaway sketch, but this is the sketch people want. This is the sketch that the people wanted. They voted for it. And we live in a republic, a democracy, and got to give the people what they want. And the next question will be, should I just draw her in her usual costume, or is there something else you people want to see? Let's see, there's my little brother says, yeah, you froze a bit. Oh, did I? Did the YouTube freeze a little bit? My computer must have been doing some sort of like update or something. Maybe that's why it froze. Ryushino says, call to a prophetic reaction shot to the Sonic live action movie. Yeah, she's going to be screaming, Sonic, no, what did they do? What did Hollywood do to you? Yeah, that'll be it. Tigers Festival says, anyway, I have Pokemon you have to draw, so I'm out. Good luck with the drawing. Oh, man. That brings up another interesting point, because Pokemon ladies are going to be the next thing on the agenda for when I do another How to Art. So I'm going to be drawing sexy Pokemon type women ladies, or lowlies, depending on how I'm feeling that day. So good luck with your drawing there, Tiger Festivals. Dylan Lansing says, peace out, T-Dog. My little brother getting friendly with my fans and supporters. That's cool. Rui Hashima says, I say Hooters outfit for a change of pace. Nice. I can imagine that. Dylan Leslie says, not just recently, maybe, but maybe about a few minutes ago. Not just recently, maybe about a few minutes ago. I don't know what that's in reference to. Maybe perhaps something I said. I can't remember. Majorcan King says, there are a lot of hot poke girls. Yeah, I've seen like a lot of like poke girls being drawn. Not the trainers, but like Pokemon girls. Chimichuck says, to aka, why won't Sonic Team make a good Sonic game? Oh, my little brother says, talking about the freezing. Oh, okay. Oh, man. Is my friggin' connection that bad? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. That's what's going on. And it looks like, did we lock up again recently? Oh, shoot. I don't know. Oh, my brother says, but it's smooth now. You're good now. Don't worry. Carry on. All right, cool. Let's do this. Okay. I'm gonna have to look up reference for a Hooters outfit. Oh wait, no one else has thrown in their 2 cents for what should Cream be wearing in this piece. So far, Rui Hashino is the only one who's cast her vote for a Hooters outfit. My little brother says socks. That's it, just socks. Majorcan King says clothes are overrated. Sakura Kinemura says seconding socks. Plus, you don't need a ref to dress socks. Aruya Shino says Captain Jack. What did the bird say? What did the bird say? Rui Hashino is quoting Captain Jack. What did the bird say? Mutiny. No. Well, what did the bird say? What did the fox say? I can't remember now. What did the bird say? I thought it was mutiny, but I think it was something else. Abandoned ship? No, that can't be it. Oh, walk the plank. Yes. That's what the bird said. Brock, walk the plank. Oh man, I feel like my beatboxing is more off than usual today. Oh, I have been biking a lot today. Got dehydrated, got a little more dehydrated, and then bought some booze after I got slightly more dehydrated, or got dehydrated, then got slightly more rehydrated, and felt it was decent enough to, you know what, I'm going to have a little bit of booze. A little bit of booze. Yeah. Yeah, why don't you have a little bit of booze there? To rehydrate yourself. That doesn't work. Rui Hashino says the artist formerly known as Johnston Beatbox. My little brother says BLK Horse Beats. Yeah, like maybe I should talk to our uncles who have like people don't know this, but a couple of my uncles have a music label. They do traditional peyote music, and I guess they're pretty well known. Sometimes when I'm around other natives and they hear that my last name is Blackhorse, they ask me like, "Oh, hey, are you related to these guys that do the peyote music?" And like, "Yeah, those are my uncles." And like freaking, I didn't know they were so famous. Like that's a response I would get when I was like a bit younger, but Guess they get around in the whole peyote music circuit. Alex says DJ sucks a lot. Dylan, my little brother, says they make some jam. Strawberry jam. Wait, they make peyote music and also make strawberry jam? Or is strawberry jam a song? I doubt it is. Or it might be. I don't know. And my little brother is laughing at me because I'm ignorant of these facts. You know what? I'm going to pull up some of my uncle's music real quick if it's available on YouTube. Oh, wow, it's a search term. People have already looked it up. Delbert, that's his name. I feel so bad for not knowing his name, but I knew it started with a D. I would have guessed Dilbert or something. This is peyote music. And that's my uncle.
Oh, I love in the way. Oh, I love in the way. Way on the way on oh, I love in the way. Oh, I need no one. I don't know. Way you way. Way on oh, I love in the way. 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 Way on the way on oh, I love in the way. Oh, I need no one. I don't know. Way you well. Way on
Damn, he does sing good. Can I link stuff in chat? I don't remember. Oh, look at that, I can. We back on? Okay, I think we're back. I don't know what happened there, just like everything just fucking stopped for a little bit. Anyway, as I was saying, my little brother's terrible. There's like, I mentioned that, like, I met Delbert, like, at a few family gatherings. My little brother says, damn, he sounds good, though. Makes it feel kind of... corny? He sounds good, and I guess I don't know. But yeah, he's like his singing is pretty nice, spot on. Majorca King says this music is cool. Can you link it in chat? And I went ahead and linked it. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it there. I just feel kind of weird just drawing like lewd-ish stuff to traditional peyote music. Like I feel like it would fit more if like I would if I were drawing like more traditional stuff, which I don't do very often. It's like really rare. I think I've only done it on a number of occasions. But yeah, as I was drawing, like I was thinking, like, man, I hope I don't get like a copyright strike for playing some of that. And if I did, it's like, oh man, it sucks. Come on, we're family, right? But YouTube doesn't know. Alex says, cream to rabbits, USA birthday coming up soon. Oh, really? Sakura Kodamoto says, cream isn't traditional. Oh. Yeah, sorry to say, but no, she's not. She's not traditional. If I were to make her traditional, I'd put her in like in a shawl with more traditional like dressing, dress, moccasins, silk shirt, turquoise jewelry, all that good stuff. Okay, so we have a pretty rough sketch here of Scream crying in torment. Let's get like a few sketches of like tears in there somewhere. Esau McIntosh, there he is. I'm drawing your suggestion from I don't know how long ago. Do I still have it up here? Oh, shoot. Okay. From, man. This November 20th of last year. That's how old some of these suggestions are, from several months ago. And this is Esau McIntosh's suggestion of cream crying. And I'm sorry you weren't here earlier for you to vote, but this is the pose that people voted on. And there were several poses that I had drawn, well, 3. Doesn't quite count as several. I guess that counts as a few. There were a few poses I sketched. And number 2 was a throwaway pose. I was just sketching that as a joke, but that's the pose everyone voted for, so that's the pose that I'm cleaning up and drawing. Okay, that's enough cleanup for now. Let's go ahead and well, I still want to keep that a little bit. Drop the opacity on these layers, make a new layer, and let's start inking. Oh, shoot. Forgot. Hold on. Let me step back a little bit. Let me sketch in the Hooters reference. Forgot to do that. Because the only one who put in their 2 cents for the costume, well, other people put in their 2 cents, but that's something I can't draw, especially on YouTube. There were two costumes, a Hooters costume and Cream just wearing socks. Everyone voted for just the socks. her just to be wearing socks. But I can't draw that because she'd be naked otherwise. You know, because like if she's just wearing socks, she's just pretty much naked. So I went with the more um, SFW choice, the Hooters uniform. And as much as I would enjoy just drawing Cream wearing socks, I can't do it. It can't be done, especially not on YouTube. No. That is a weird looking owl. Huh. Okay. So you get the general idea from that sketch. Sakura Kinemoto says maybe she's wearing a lot of socks. Yeah, she's wearing socks on her feet. She's wearing socks as a bottom bikini. She's wearing a socks as a bikini top. It makes no sense. No, get out of here. Your logic lacks realism. Socks on her ears. Oh, wait. Before I ink this, I should bump up the resolution. Gonna just bump it up to 150. Red Hot Chili Pepper style. I don't think I guess that's in reference to one of their music videos, but I'm not sure if I've ever seen it. I have the wrong brush. No, that's the right brush. What's up with this? Why is it? Okay. Oh, I have the transfer button on. Gotta put on the pen pressure button, not the transfer button. Okay, here we go. Sakura Kinemoto says they had a reputation at one point of performing wearing only socks. Huh. I did not know this because I was not very privy to too much media at the time when they were at the pinnacle of their popularity. And I do not go to too many performances or musical concerts. So I am very ignorant of these fics. So in short, I know nothing. Whoops. Ah, shit, what did I do? Okay. Ooh, man. I think I'm just going to go ahead and finish inking this and call it a night. Spent a lot of time just doing like the rough sketches and voting and just interacting and reading comments. We're getting well past the hour mark at hour and 33 minutes. Lisa Mecca just says, "Ah." Alex says, "All right, thanks for the stream." Well, I'm not going to end now, but if you got to leave, I guess we'll see you later. But just gonna do the inking portion. And I'll clean this drawing up later before I post it on my Patreon. So once you all download it, it'll be a little more presentable than it is now. Because usually when I get down to the wire, I just kind of rush it. He's sort of doing it at the moment, but gonna just do the inks. I forgot to sketch her tail. Throw that in real quick. Yusuf McIntosh is asking, no colors for this one? Yeah, I'm sorry, no. Because we've been going on for over an hour. Like if I already had like a concept in mind, I would have just started sketching it, detailing it, inking it, and then coloring it. But when I first started, I didn't know what I was going to do, so I just made some thumbnails and then allowed the YouTube chat to vote on which pose to go with. So that took some time, but it was pretty fun. But unfortunately, I will not get around to coloring this piece. But maybe I could get around to coloring it shortly after I upload. Perhaps, possibly, if I decide to do multiple videos throughout the week, you could probably convince me to color some of my old pieces of artwork. This could be one of them. Could be part of the suggestion pile, or maybe I'll make a new pile, Discord chat or something, a channel, new channel to vote on which one of my old pieces, non-pornographic of course, to color. Because I've got a lot of lines or penciled artwork that doesn't have color, and I'd be willing to color them. And if I were to put that in the video, make more content for people to enjoy, I might be willing to do that. For the next video, I'm going to be doing Pokemon ladies, but I might go ahead and do just Pokemon lollies, or I guess the more correct term would be Pokemon cubs type thing, since they are furry-esque. Because I do have patrons who enjoy more of the lolly-esque type content. So I gotta cater to my fan base, which I don't mind because I'm a fan too. Alex says lollies score a bit. Lollies score rabbit. Perhaps if I look up the look up what they score rabbit is. And Issa McIntosh says the new ones. There are new Pokemon. Well, I guess there are. Like I assume with every new game they come up with new Pokemon. And Issa McIntosh says, "Isn't it Score Bunny?" Alex says, "Yeah, Score Bunny." Yeah, I guess. And I'll be sure to think of a much more lewd pose or lewd scenario, well, lewd-ish, in order to cater to the fan base that I have accumulated. It's been so long since I've actually done a drawing in real life. I'll sketch every now and then, but to do a full, complete drawing is just I got to do one every now and then because I know how I get, and I'm pretty sure other digital artists can relate. But over an extensive amount of time, when I do digital art and digital art alone, and then try to jump back into doing traditional art, a weird impulse will always be prevalent unless you like, just kind of stick to traditional art for a while. But when doing traditional art, after doing so much digital art, um, a weird thing happens to where you get so accustomed to the quick key command of undoing a mistake, which is Control Z. So I found that if I do like just a long extended time of only doing digital art and then jump back in traditional art, and I'm drawing traditionally, sketching, and then cleaning up, getting into the more intricate details and stuff of the said art piece, and then I make a mistake or try to experiment with something that I realize like it doesn't look that good. My left hand, which is my keyboard hand, will automatically try to Control Z something when there's when there's no keyboard present, and it's such a knee-jerk reaction when drawing traditionally after doing so much digital work, is that when the instant you make a mistake, your automatic response is to try to Control Z it, but then you can't Control Z it because you're drawing in RL. And it gets so frustrating at that point because you don't catch yourself before you attempt to do it, or just automatically think about doing it, only to realize that it's impossible to Control Z reality. uh, I don't know if there's any other like digital artists watching right now or who will watch later who can relate to that. Ah, my knee. Whoops. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to clean this up once or before I upload it. before I upload it for all my patrons on Patreon can enjoy it. What time is it? It's 9:37. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Dum da 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 dum 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 da 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 dum 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 da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum. Boom boom boom. Boom 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 boom. Boom boom boom. Boom boom. Okay, what do the shoes look like again? Issa McIntosh says, this pose is pretty dramatic. Wonder what she's reacting to. Rui Hashino says, the new reveal of the Sonic the Hedgehog character's design for the movie, that's what she's reacting to. And I concur. She should be horrified. Oh, it's so bad. Okay. Let's detail these Hooters. Detail this Hooters logo. Not that Cream has any Hooters. It's clear from your vacant expressions the lights are not all on upstairs, but we are talking kings and successions. Even you can't be caught unawares. So prepare for a chance of a lifetime. Be prepared for sensational news. A shining new era is tiptoeing nearer. Stop singing Disney songs, Blackhorse. You're butchering them. Knock it off. I think that's a branch that Al was sitting on. I don't know. I've never looked at the Hooters logo up close. Can I get a larger image of this uniform? I guess it still looks like it's sitting on a branch with a little bit of its tail right here. I don't know. No, that's not how that's done. Let's do that a little better. No. There we go. Oh man, I'm definitely gonna have to clean this up later. Ah, shoot, I missed her other shoe. Uh, I can't leave that undone. I can't leave that undid. It's just bad craftsmanship. Sock and part of a shoe. Part of a shoe. Part of a shoe. Sounds like I'm talking in a different language, maybe Italian. Hey, part of a shoe. Hey, stromboli, linguini, ravioli. Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball. Okay. You're a fucking nut, Blackhorse. Don't swear! Oh, I'm sorry. I let that one slip. Okay. So, those eyes look like nips. Yeah, they do. Yeah, she got two nips on the one side of her chest. So I'm definitely gonna go in and like clean this up later before I upload it to my Patreon patrons. Might adjust it a bit here and there to make it look a little more dynamic. It looks there are definitely some parts that look a little more wonky, but I've gone on long enough with this stream, like over an hour and 30 minutes. I try to keep them short nowadays. I know back when I first started, I would like go on for several hours, but trying. Oh shoot, I missed another part. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Get that in there. And I also forgot this little pad in here. Just go on and just kind of sketch it in there. It'll be fixed later in post. So I'm definitely going to fix this later. And when I do, I'll be sure to do like some sort of like red line pattern to show people the corrections I made when my Patreons download it. Like I'll make a layer on top of this, make red line corrections, and then build on top of those red line corrections. So even though they're not part of the stream, people who download this Photoshop file will still be able to follow along with the steps and processes that I made, from thumbnail sketches to rough sketch to cleaned up sketch to inked lines to afterwards red line corrections, and then building on those red line corrections to come up with a final piece. Because yeah, this piece needs several corrections in several areas, several areas. But I tried to do this piece up really quick because I spent a lot of time on this stream already due to just working on the thumbnail process in the beginning, because I didn't know what pose exactly I wanted to do this how to art in. But for the next stream, I'll keep in mind like what pose to do, what character I'm going to go with, and lock that in before I start streaming. But yeah, this is, I guess, a good example of like sort of like the learning process and stuff. So those who are patrons can download this file later and see the corrections after I get done with them. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to support the creation of more videos such as this, more tutorials and such, or just want to continue watching me just go through my suggestion and request list on my Patreon Discord server, go ahead and subscribe or consider becoming a patron of mine. The link to my Patreon page is in the description section below, and there's a lot of free content there. Like all the tutorials are for free, and the accompanying Photoshop files that go along with those tutorials are also free. So go ahead and like rifle through all that stuff. But if you seriously want to like contribute and fund this endeavor, then consider clicking that become a patron button. And if you want to see more artwork, more free artwork, there's a lot of free artwork on the various websites that I am I am on art forums, DeviantArt, Furfinity, and Ink Bunny. So all those links are also in the description section below. And I also have a personal blog, Johnston Blackhorse, the one and only .blogspot.com. There's a lot of free artwork there, as well as links to some of my other blogs that are connected to my other pseudonyms. Bhawk, Natus_01, and Rule 34 Rocks, which is an old one that I am unable to update, but you know what? The link is there, so check it out. And yeah, and also if Patreon's not your thing, I also have a GoFundMe account. So if you still want to contribute and fund my artistic endeavors, like visit the GoFundMe and drop me a couple of bucks or something. And yeah, what else is there? I think that's it. So if you enjoyed watching this video, awesome. Like, share, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell because I'm always uploading new videos on a weekly basis. And I guess that's it. So until the next How to Art, I shall check y'all later. Sweet. Bye. Oh, before I log off, this is something I always not always, but sometimes forget to do. But I want to show appreciation for the people who have participated in the chat because it's awesome interacting with you people. So big thanks go out to Rui Hashino, who has become like a regular staple in these videos because she's one of my biggest clients and contributing to funding my endeavors through all the commissions that she gives me. Thanks to Sakura Kinomoto for joining in the chat, Majur Kang King, Chimichucks, Tiger Festivals, thanks for dropping in, and Alex, always a pleasure to have you pop in, and my little brother making an appearance like every now and then on my videos, which is awesome because it's just great to just interact with family no matter on what medium. Dylan Lansing, that's his name, and I think there may have been, oh yeah, Iso McIntosh, a late entry, but better late than never, right? And this subject here for this stream was his suggestion, and oh man, this drawing is so wonky because I rushed it so bad, but I'm definitely going to clean it up, and it's going to be a lot cleaner and smoother in the next upload or the next Patreon upload. So if you want to check that out, if you're not a patron already, then become a patron and download it and go ahead and download all the other stuff that I have available on my Patreon page. So yeah. So again, with that said, until next How to Art stream, I shall check y'all later. Sweet. Bye.